Alrighty then, it's time for a Olaf game, and this one's a tad special for a very good, one reason, and it's a kind of a shitty reason too, and I'll explain in a sec. The thing is that whenever a new patch comes out, all your old replays die. I guess it just kind of can't read them properly because there's new files in the League of Legends folder. So I accidentally started patching before I actually finished recording any of my old footage. Usually when a new patch comes out, I spend my time just recording old games until I have enough saved up to last me a little while. I forgot that there was a patch, and I opened up League of Legends and it started patching, and I immediately closed it, and it corrupted almost every single replay but this Olaf game, which is very unfortunate. You can see it's not very long, so you can tell it's not gonna, be overly complicated or anything. So I'm gonna treat this as a sort of special commentary. Now, for the sake of wanting to play Olaf, here are the builds you can take as him. And this is the build I took. It's 9/21/0 masteries, and attack damage red, attack damage quints, armor yellow, and cooldown reduction blues. The thing about Olaf is that he can also take an offensive build, 21/9/0 masteries, and, well, the same runes actually, or 4, 5, and 21 masteries, taking 21 in utility tree, so you can have movement speed, cooldown reduction, and all that other good stuff. The cooldown reduction build is pretty useful on Olaf. You kind of end up becoming a bodyguard, though most builds end up sort of converging into a cooldown reduction Olaf. Now, the thing about Olaf that I really want to mention is that he has one of the most broken, if not the most broken, singular self-ultimate. Like, there's other ultimates that are more useful, something like Vi's ultimate that grabs somebody, pins him down, and you get to sodomize them, or Annie's Tibbers with a stun, you pretty much annihilate entire enemy teams, for sure. But Olaf's as a singular one that, just only helps himself out is probably the most powerful. You can see other ultimates like Tryndamere in this list, where he becomes immortal and becomes just unkillable. But the thing about it is that he doesn't get anything else out of it. If Tryndamere's in a bad situation and he's using his ultimate, he will still probably die. Olaf, on the other hand, completely defies the rules of the game. No CC works on him, 100%. It's just completely null and void. Master E has immunity to slows, but he can still get a hard stun, knocked back, and all that good stuff. Olaf, no, every single thing just cannot stop him. And that's a huge issue in this game that's pretty reliant on you being able to CC people down and pin them down and all that good stuff. And as a result, Riot has had to drain his power considerably from his other skills. They've reduced the base value of his Q. They've reduced the super sustain that his W used to have naturally. Now I think it gets more the lower health you are. I don't quite remember. His E used to be better, though it also did cost health. And his ultimate, again, used to last longer and do have other stuff attached to it. So, yeah, he's been having a shitty amount of time, balance history. Just because his ultimate is so damn strong, they nullify a lot of the powers from his other stuff. And I figure if there was a way for Riot to nerf his ultimate and maintain his identity, which is something that Riot really seems to want to do for every champion they rework, then they would be able to strengthen his Q, make his W a little bit better than just lifesteal, and maybe give him a whole different E, because even though it's a good tank busting ability, it's pretty mediocre. So, I mean, in the jungle. In the lane, it's different stories. He's pretty good in the lane. But still, as I said, he needs a sort of rework. And I don't think Riot can figure it out, because it's really kind of going a whole different way. By the way, I popped my ultimate early because I fat-fingered it instead of my ghost. But it's using your ultimate... the ultimate is a far cry from anything else you can change it. Like, you cannot... If you don't have a 100% ultimate, then you kind of already lose what... made Olaf the unstoppable Viking of destruction and sodomy, right? So if you can figure out something that at least preserves Olaf's identity, then write it in the comments below, because I think he really could use that. My opinion is something about of a complete CC removal, a sort of a total cleanse, like a sword he has right now, but a quickly diminishing tenacity value. Like it starts off at 90, then goes to 80 and 70, 60 and everything. And as it lowers down, you get faster and faster. You go more berserk. So you quickly catch up to people. It's like at first they can't stop you, and then as the immunity starts going away, you become faster and you rush at the enemy and you start murdering the back line. I figure at least that gives some counterplay. Like, you know, if you burn your CC after Olaf used his ultimate, you're an idiot because it has like 90% tenacity and you're not going to slow him down. But if you wait for till later, he's not going to get to use that super speed of his, and you'll be able to control him and burst him down or whatever. I think that's something that could be done with him. But if you got a different opinion, you can put it in the commentary below. Well, we have to rewind it here because I was stealing the enemy Vi's red, and for some reason she decided to fight me. I'm 3 levels higher than her. I have my ultimate. I am so fucking huge right now. I didn't even get like fed early. I just was in the right place at the right time, so I got experience bonuses just by being near murder, an opportunity, right? I mean, look, I basically ate an entire Wukong ultimate, and he's an AD Wukong. It didn't do shit to me. I'm pretty much also only a health. I don't even have resistances barring the static ones from my ultimate, so Olaf is deceptively difficult to kill. And I think that the whole Cinderhulk era was a huge buff to him, which is surprising that he didn't get to see a lot of play. I wouldn't consider him competitive because of his shortcomings in the early game, but I figured in solo queue, smarter players could have picked him up and made a joke of all the tanks and the CC and initiation. Like, look here, I run into all 3 of them, and Visor ultimate, it's like the only CC they have. They even throw exhaust on me, but none of that matters dick to me because, again, my immunity just looks crazy. And on a tank meta, where Olaf wouldn't be able to be controlled and most teams only had one squishy delicious 80 carry in the backline, Olaf could have just made a mad dash to them, killed them, and that would have been the end of it. The tanks couldn't do anything, and hell, Olaf is pretty damn good at killing tanks too. So I'm surprised he really didn't see any play, though admittedly I really don't like using Olaf against Gragas because Gragas is just so, you know, dodgy. He is too mobile for someone like Olaf who really relies on summoner spells and whatnot. Still though, the main point of this is that I really like Olaf. He has great situational uses and whatnot, but my god, he's really held back by that ultimate. As awesome as it is, it really needs to go. Or at least it needs to be reworked in some way before Olaf sees some other love. So if you have any suggestions, again, write it in the comments below. And so yeah, this was a special commentary, and so I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like the video to support the channel and to subscribe if you haven't yet. I have a few sponsors that are helping me maintain this channel, such as Loot Crate and Pro Build Systems. I have links to their websites on the description below. Use my code for a discount, and using my links also directly supports my channel.